Hello everyone, Elite Bacon Boy here. We got a new leak for episode 32, and I also got to interview Wemmings, and I got a lot of info about the upcoming episodes, so stick around to know all the info I got from Wemmings. Okay, so before I get to the info from the interview, I'm gonna first talk about the leak. So this leak features some then toilet with his right gun being broken. And in the back, we can see. Don't mind that sound by the way. We can see a destroyed Bacon helicopter. And you know what I'm doing to whoever killed my beloved Bacon girl, I mean helicopter. And that's pretty much it for the leak. It doesn't really give any information about the next episode. But we are getting some information now. Because it's time to get to the interview. And I was wanting to do this since, I don't know days. And now that I have Wemmings friended, I finally could do it. Why am I yapping so much? Let's just get to the interview. Alright, so I started asking questions, the 18th, and the first question I asked was, when is the next episode coming out? And then some hours later Wemmings responded saying that will come out in 2-4 days, and as I'm writing this, it's been 2 days since he told me that, so it will most likely release tomorrow, or after tomorrow. And I also found this comment where someone asked Wemmings when the next episode was coming out, and Wemmings responded saying that it will most likely release tomorrow. And this comment was on the 20th. And also, an hour later Wemmings also said that the next season will be crazy. And later on, I asked some questions about the next season too. And Wemmings also told me another thing about this season. So keep watching to see them plus all the other questions. So the second question I asked Wemmings was if the guest Titan mutant from episode 30 ever come back, because he already looks really strong, and I also said that I think he might be a threat. And then Wemmings responded saying that he will of course come back, but he is not a threat, and if this big boy isn't a threat when he comes back, that means there are some real tanky toilets coming soon, and it's going to get bad for the Roblox Alliance. And we might maybe get something similar to the Skibidi Toilet Dark Arc, where someone strong got infected or something. But we are gonna see. The next question I asked Wemmings was how long will this new episode be? And he said 2 minutes 30 seconds or 3 minutes, which means we are getting a good episode. And later on Wemmings also told me something else that makes this episode special, so stick around to see that. The fourth question I asked him was if the guest scientist will be really strong sometime soon, in a mech or something like the Skibidi Toilet Scientist. And he answered saying maybe, but he didn't want to spoil it. And because of that answer, he will most likely be really strong soon. Now, let's get to the fifth question. This one, I asked Wemmings if me or the other people will ever be important, and he answered saying that we won't be really important, and I really want to be important in this series, and it would be really cool, since this is one of my favorite fan-mades of Skibidi Toilet. And now, let's move on to the next question. In this question, I asked Wemmings when the series was ending, and he responded saying that the answer is uncertain, but the series will have less than 100 episodes, and for me, it will most likely have from 60 to 90 episodes at least, but we'll see. And I also asked him a bonus question being that if we will be getting any part episodes, like 2 parts or so, and Wemmings responded saying no, and I'm honestly kinda glad since that's less work, but that means we won't really have plot twists. Let's move on to the next question. This one I asked if the Bilderman race will be real. But Wemmings responded saying no, and oh man, I really wanted it to be real, it's a cool idea. And I also asked him a bonus question saying who is your favorite character, and he said it was the Titan Noob Boy and the guest scientist, and yeah, those are really cool characters. And now next question, in this one, I asked if we are getting Astro guests, and he responded saying no, yay, that's sad. But let's move on to the next question. In this one, I asked what's inside the Bacon lab, and I thought it wasn't that important, but Wemmings answered saying no spoilers, and that means maybe there will be something crazy in their lab, like a core that they get power from, or even information of how this all started, and because of that I asked a question some hours ago about this, and right now Wemmings hasn't answered yet, and I also begged him to tell me one thing at least. And bro, really didn't want to give any real info since he literally just said something obvious, which is the upgrade center, but whatever, The next thing I asked is if there is a noob and dummy lab, and he said yes. And I don't know if there will be cool stuff on there, but we'll see. The next question I asked was who is the strongest character right now? And I'm dumb, because I actually meant to say of all characters we've seen who is the strongest. But whatever. Why do I have a British accent, brew? And Ye Weiming answered saying Titan dummy. And the next question I asked was who will be the strongest character, and he responded saying that is someone we already know. And the first thing that got into my mind was the Titan Bacon Boy, since it's an Og strong guy and the first Titan, and right now my Roblox is down, so I'll have to be guessing the questions I asked. The next question I asked was when will the Titan Noob Boy come back? And of course Weiming didn't want to answer, tried to get it by saying I won't tell, and I really wasn't gonna tell. And then Weiming just said no, and I think he will most likely come back in episode 34. Or 33, since next season is gonna be crazy according to Weiming. And the next question I asked was if he was subscribed. And he first said something in another language which I did not understand. And then he said yes. See guys? This is why Weiming is goated. And if you're not subscribed, press that subscribe button since it helps me a lot and it's free. And the next question I asked is a private, yeah private, and I'll leak it in a post if this video passes 15 likes. So it has to get to at least 16 likes so I can leak it in a post. And then Weiming asked me for some questions, but I did not have any more of them, so I told him to give me some exclusive info. And this see the reason why I said this episode might be special. He told me this episode will have dialogue, and the only episode with dialogue was episode 26. So this episode will be cool. And it will most likely be from the guest scientist or even the dummy Titan. And he also told me that the next season will be the true beginning of Guest Toilet, which means this new season will be the real deal of the Guest Toilet series, and I can't wait for this new season's episodes to drop. And I also asked a question about this season which I'll show in a second. The next question I asked was if there is a bacon dummy and noob scientist. And Weiming said yes, and if you watched my episode 26 analysis, you would know my theory about the scientists, that they were hiding from this bucko right here. But it's probably false since they might just be analyzing the battlefield and seeing the stuff that's happening, and I'm the scientist since I'm an analyzer. And the next question I asked was if there was a big threat coming next season, like a new powerful and tanky toilet, and Weiming said yes, and it is probably a new big threat. Or maybe it's the guest scientist since we haven't seen him in a while, but we'll find out soon. And the next question I asked was, it's a guest mutant? But it wasn't. And then I asked if there's gonna be a new type of guest toilet. And Weiming said yes. And the new type of toilet will most likely be the new tanky toilet Weiming is talking about. And since it can't be Astro toilets, then I don't really know what they could be. You guys comment down your theories down below in the comments. And let's get to the next question. So in this one, I asked if I will ever have powers. But Weiming said I won't. That's sad. But I will have IQ, and I will be smart. And he also said that I will be like Elite Clockman in Skibidi Multiverse. And maybe I'll be a traitor or someone that punished traitors. And I also asked Weiming this question. And I asked him if there's something crazy inside the Bacon Lab. But I won't be getting the answer in this video since right now Roblox is down and I can't see the message. Well, that's all for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to not miss any other videos. And you're welcome for the information I got for you guys. I put a lot of effort into this, so subscribe. And if this video gets 16 likes, I'm leaking question 15. Elite Bacon Boy out.